project. I've been trying to bash this out over a weekend. Frames up and rolling, looks absolutely amazing. All built, all wheels all on, handlebars all on. I mean, if I get the tank in that, tank came up okay. I mean, it's not it's not a concourse job, but it's good enough, and it's going to look really smart once we get the puppy up and going. I'll give you some close-up shots now. My plan today is to get the engine in. If I get that all complete and end today, I'll be happy, all bolted up, and then I can start doing all the wiring and all the final tidying. The bars loosely, the grab rails loosely on. When I left the video off yesterday, I just got half of the engine finished, but I'm just going to go and bash that out now. So I'm not even going to sit there explaining it all about how it all goes together and stuff. I mean, if people like that content, that's fine. But to be honest, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it on time lapse or speed it up, and I'm just going to blast the engine. So then we'll get once here, just literally plough the engine in. Once the engine's in, then we start laying the decals on. I'm going to go plastic welding today, so you might have a laugh at that. Maybe a win, maybe a fail, I don't know. So I'm going to get my plastic welding torch out, and I've never had a go with it before, but I'm going to try and repair these black panels the best I can. It was 160 quid for that, just that back fairing, or 170, but do you know what, I put it in the watch list, and I was just about to click on it, and it said I've got to wait, was it 4 weeks for delivery, because they've got to make it to order, and I was like, do you know what, fuck that. So I needed it. If they'd have come within 3 days or within a week, I'd have ordered them. But when it said I had to wait like 4 weeks for delivery, I was like, I'm not going to get them until New Year. I'm not messing with that. So we're just going to have to deal with the plastic we've got here. I'm going to try and fill these the holes in that were there for that. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but there was like a bar and a bracket that went across here that had the up and over frame for the mobility. So they've got these horrible holes drilled in the sides. I'm going to try and fill them in with plastic weld and then sand them down, but they're going to be the wrong colour. So whether or not I adjust this with the same red I've done the tank, which is close enough in my eyes, not miles away. I mean, anybody who wants to nitpick, but you know, the squints a little bit. It's close enough red, mate. So I'm going to get the engine built, and I'm hoping to see that nice, lovely painted engine case with all the stickers on it today, with the carb on, and then we can get some beauty shots. So get us back in the workshop. We're going to hammer down. We're going to try and get most of this finished today, so at least I can leave it at a point where, you know, I can come back in a week and then finish all the last little bits off. The next plan for this is then to see what exhaust I'm going to use. Once I've got the engine in today, it's going to be all cool stuff. Once I've got the engine bolted in, I can see if I'm using an upsweep like monkey style one, or I'm going to go up and over like a Charles bike. I've got a nice big fat pit bike exhaust. It's like an inch and a half, and I've got a real nice end can that I think will fit out perfectly. It might hit that grab bar, so I'm sort of in two minds. I'm not fussed really. To be honest, I'm trying to keep anything from underneath the underside, because eventually I think we're going to cartwheel this bad boy. So we're going to have cartwheels, because I've got the KX. I've got the KX Supermoto, and I'm going to try and whizzle my way in down at the kart circuit and say, hey, I've got this. Will you let me on the circuit with it? So if I put cartwheels on it, and if I put an undersweeping exhaust, it's going to be minusculely off the floor. So I'd rather have an up and over, so I've got a bit more ground clearance. Because when I put the 4-inch or 5-inch cartwheels on it, it's going to be this far off the floor. But it needs to be that low so that you can get some better centre of gravity. And I'm hoping that if I can sweet talk my way onto this, say, look, I only want to go round for 10 minutes, you know, just to get some video. Hopefully we can be the first person to get an ATC kart conversion around a actual kart circuit. So that'd be cool. I mean, I don't expect them to do it for nothing. I don't mind paying. But like I said, anything I do to this, I want to keep bolt on, bolt off. So if we make other hubs and custom hubs to take set wheels out, I'm not going to butcher the ones that are on it. I'm not going to cut the centres out of these wheels or anything. So literally, you want to put a standard exhaust on it and put these wheels back on it. Other than obviously, you know, an 88 ball kit, the engine, it's all completely standard. So join us in the workshop, and then we'll get on with this. Right, so what I've had to do is, because I've converted to electronic ignition, I'm going to have to notch the case for the pickup. It's not the ideal way to do it, but these side case and ring, there's one on eBay for 350 quid, so to be honest I'm pretty shitting about cutting it, but it needs to happen. So the trim across here hopefully now with the saw, and hopefully I can just chop this piece out and that's enough for the pickup. I did the proper measurement way by using a marker pen, so it's precise, so you know it's good. Alright, let's see if I can get that grinder in there. Not happening. Okay. Do I dare didn't hit it? Will it crack off? No, it's too thick. How the fuck am I going to get in there?
You get the angle grinder in on an angle.
That's exactly what I'm just about to do. Going to go in on a 45 like that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
No, I've got it.
If you can get in and do a seam cut there, then you can do it.
That's exactly what I was going to do the first time. It ain't going to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down on a 45 to that corner there. Fuck it. Yeah. Fuck up. Spoil that. Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully that's successful. Just going to clean this case up. That should be enough clearance for the crank centre. We can always have it aluminium welded back in after for clearance issues, but to be honest, a little bit of debris and stuff on there. I'm not going to be heavily off-roading it anyway, so I don't think it'll hurt it. That should do it. So basically I've been in there and I've chopped and notched the case, so hopefully this should clear all that crank sensor. If not, then I'll just take a little bit more meat out of here or here. It shouldn't hurt it too much, but let's hope it clears. Let's go and see it on the engine. I'll see if I can bolt it up. Well, I've got the engine all pretty much built up, all the top ends on, new carbs on, all cleaned. Like all the engine cases are clean and polished. The other engine case has all been painted up lovely. Like I said, I'm trying to sort this issue with putting this pull start case with this 12 volt stator and the electronic pickup. So I'm going to electronic from points and condenser. All I've had to do is shave a load out of this case. I've shaved an uncomfortable amount out, but to be honest, this case had a tiny hairline crack in it anyway here, so I'm not massively concerned that if I'd wrecked it. But to be honest, they're not cheap, and they're a bit hard to come by around these ways. So I've shaved enough out of there. So right, let me grab this. I'm not going to do it. Okay. So that will now go on here in that fashion. And now, if you see inside there, see where the pickup is. If you can barely see, it just clears inside there. I mean, just. So now I can bolt this on. Then I can put the pickup wheel, or try and modify the pickup wheel for the pull start. So hopefully in about another 10-15 minutes I should have all this bolted up. I'm not going to do the pickup wheel now, but I will have it modified to work once I've got it inside the trike. So ain't far away from getting this lovely rebuilt engine back in the trike now. Right, the engine's all buttoned up, it's ready to go inside the frame. Well, I ground out loads out of that case, to get it to fit in correctly. But it's in, and that's all that matters. Obviously we've got the standard re-cleaned and done 4-speed bottom end, so that's obviously the original ATC 4-speed bottom end, cleaned and all ready to go. Looks in good shape, then it all spotless. The 2 cases have been sprayed in the correct aluminium silver. I've got decals and stuff to go on here, but yeah, I had to grind out an uncomfortable amount of material in there. It does work, but I haven't got the pickup wheel because I'm going to cut and modify it to go in there, but I can do that while it's in the bike. It's got that 88cc barrel, but I painted it black because that's how it should have looked when it was in the bike. So period looking correct, it should have had a black cylinder, not a silver, so I painted it black. It's got the obviously whatever cam and high lifters in this, and then the bigger carb. So this is going to be a nice little honey of an engine when it's in. So we're going to wheel the roller in and drop it into the frame, and obviously obviously you can watch us do that, so it should be nice. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. Hasn't been easy by no means, but then obviously you only reap what you sow, don't you? So we've been putting the effort in and the hours in, so that's a nice little engine that is, and it's period correct. Oh, it's the original engine. So right, let's get the chassis in then. Well, let's get ready to marry up the freshly rebuilt engine. Look at that. It's nice. Maybe I shouldn't have put the engine case on. Dickhead. I didn't think that'd be a fucking problem. Yeah, I've managed to start it. Mad skills. Oh, fuck's sake. All the fucking wiring trapped in on. Real life. I think they're a fucking car show. I've got the wiring stuck in between the fucking frame. Where the fuck have I got that? Yeah, again, real life. There it is. And then the breather can go behind the engine. That does look nice though, doesn't it? What a nice little build. That one. That is spanking. Happy with that. So, all new painted. Looks great. Full start. Handlebars, wheels done, framework. I've got my new grab bar in. which obviously I said earlier in another video that I was going to change the rear light for a reflector, but no, I'm really happy with that. Looks the nuts. We've got like a nice little performance filter that's going to look correct on it. That's going to look alright. Going to look nice, that. Oh, cool. Now that I've got that on, start looking at what sort of exhaust I'm going to run on it. I've got a few options here. My dad's boxed them in down the back of there. I'll give it another spin round so you can see the other side. The grab rail's cool, isn't it? Fucking bars on probably. Yeah, it's come along really quite nice. Really got to tighten all this shit up. That pissed me off. Yeah, the engine's come out really nice, really clean, really smart looking, and the frame, to be honest, considering that we did it all in house. I mean, we just used a real good quality enamel paint. And once we've got the tank and whatnot on it. Where's the rear panel? And then the seat and that. Been outside, it's got a bit of dampness on it, but yeah, looking cool. Really happy with that grab rail. The grab rail really sets off. I'll have a go at that plastic welding in about another 20 minutes, see how I get on with it. I'll try and plastic weld these holes in and that from the back and just see how that happens. The tank and everything will need bobbing on, but no, I'm just trying to size up what sort of exhaust I'm going to run, so I'll start making brackets and bits and bobs out. So let's put this up here out of the way. Tank, and the tank it needs lacquering, but it's good as it's done. Well, much is going to get done. Right, let's have a look at what exhaust are coming on it, and then see how they're going to fit in with the panels and stuff. So engine's in. She's looking nice. That's the new grab rail. Obviously I haven't bolted anything up. Brand new sprocket, all cleaned axles, all new clean parts. All the case on that. Obviously I've put that other carb on. And I painted the barrel black, which I might have talked of before. So she's good to go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try up a few exhausts, see which ones I like, and then see if we can go there. Well, to be honest, I've got a few here on the shelf, and I'm just going to try a couple of them on and see how they look. I've got a pit bike one. I've got a monkey up sweep that might clear the back axle, but we don't know. I'm going to try them on. So right, so let me just mount you up here. Let's see what's going on then. Okay. Right. Option number one. I have this. Needs a good clean. But it is an option. Whether or not it fits in. And it does. Ish. Cool. Does this fucking fit or what? It should fit. The clamp's a little bit tight. There we go. That's nice and tight. So that is option one. Trying to the engine's nice and loose for me. I need a hammer. Everybody needs a hammer. Okay, run a screw in that, or a bolt even. It would be so tight that I can't do it quick. Okay. What I'll make of that? Obviously that's going to be over like that. I can pull that down, re-drill that to fit. Don't hate it. It's doable, isn't it? It's close to that tyre, but I can remove all this bracket. It could sit there. That's on the bolt up. Get a 10mm spanner and just nip it up a little bit. Okay. That sits with the fairing on, after the fairing, to the with the plastic. Yeah. That would be kind of cool. Maybe good for a bit of a. Let me tighten it up a bit better, and then you'll be able to see it from the back. It looks kind of cool. It would be, just so like I can't give you like a quick run off, it would be like hand tight all the way, wouldn't it? Okay, that's pretty much bolted in as it would sit. Yeah. I know. Come have a look. Know what you think. So that's the monkey pipe. Obviously I'll probably make it sit a little bit better than that. I'll probably get it up to about there, which looks reasonably cool, doesn't it? I'm trying to get a it's going to be nice and offensive and loud though. Maybe on the track it'd probably be cool, but yeah, so there's plenty of clearance for the axle and stuff. I mean it's tight, but it's not touching anything, so that's option one. Let's say that was the problem why I thought it'd probably be too low to the ground, especially for off-roading. But I was going to race it around a kart circuit, which is probably what I probably will do with it. I don't know. Let's try option two. Right, and then exhaust option two is this, which is just like a standard up and over like dirt trial bike, pit bike style one, which I think suits it there. Let's quickly rattle this on. To be honest, that bore pipe is plenty big enough for this anyway. Like I said, it's only a 90. I would have it under the boot. There would be a copper gasket one in there. That'll probably come down a bit. Probably sticking up a bit high. Because the engine will probably move a little bit, still loose. So that's option number two, which we could probably tweak. There is an option three, which is dirtier. It might actually, that looks like that'll clean up. Just put that on, so I'd have that along with that, which is like typical dirt bike style. I mean, I'd turn it upside down if I wanted. Nah. So if I put that on, and I can bend the pipe a bit, that's it. And then I'll put the trim on then. That'd be bad. It just bows straight into the back of it. Pointless. It just comes here. So that's not going to work without modifying. The upsweep pipe would go straight on without any mods. Let's just try this other pipe quickly. You still with me? Yeah, you're blinking away. It's been a big day today, so take that off. Right, this option is actually a bigger. That sticks up high as well. Why do they stick it up so high? Okay, if I do that there. Okay, that's plenty of flex in it. I'll bend that to there. Look at that. That one's going to be the mama jummer. Okay. And then I could probably run that on the end of it, but it don't fit. So I've got a nice silencer, but it looks like it's way too long. Oh, saying that, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? See if I can get some of this bit in there, just to... Right, this isn't going to go in it, but it's just so I can rest it in it. So, like that. Oh, that could be the ticket. I'll show the plastics on that. What I'll do is I'll probably just weld that. And then it was cutting back loads, but that's doable. Yeah, it's going to mount into the plastic here. Yeah, I wonder how many people have problems with that. Yeah, it looks fucking stupid. Yeah. So, yeah, and then in here it just catches all inside there, if you can see it. So it's just going to mount through there. So, okay. I think that's going to be the pipe I use, but I'm going to cut it back. I'll cut that back a fair amount. So I'll cut that back to about there, then lay that in. Yeah, let's chop it there, and then I'll come back and I'll refit that, because I reckon that is perfect. Let me just sit the plastic on again. Put the plastic on again, just so I've got a reference of where it should be. Sorry, I've had to use two hands there. I'm using one hand for this camera. Okay, so that go in there. So where do I want that? I want that just at the edge. I want it there. So I want that in level with that So it's perfect. That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Okay, let's cut it and then we'll come back. Well, I cut down the exhaust, I cleaned it up. So this is the exhaust, and I took a wire wheel and some penetrating fluid to it, and it's cleaned up nice enough for me anyway. I'm happy enough for that. Basically, it looks the bollocks. So I've cut it and then sprung it and then mounted it and that is the end product. So it's going to get mounted by a bracket under here with a spacer. Then I'll drill a hole, and it'll have like a, you know, a 1 or 2 inch spacer to hold it in place properly. But that's where it's going to sit, and it looks absolutely perfect. I mean, the plastics are a little bit, you know, all over the place because we're still mounting stuff, but that's the position it would be in, and it looks perfect. I mean, I had to shave some of this inner panel here. I had to shave some of that out, but I'll take it off and show it. So basically, that is the finished article. I've obviously sprung and sleeved it here. These I'm going to weld 2 little hook lugs on it so I can hook it over. I've just drilled 2 tiny little pinholes in the exhaust for now, but that can get sorted after. But no, I'm actually really happy with that. It looks decent. I mean, it's going to be a lot louder, but to be honest, we're pumping out a bit more power now with a carb and a bore kit. So like I said, it's only going to be a bolt-on item, same as the back guard. So overall, I'm getting really quite pleased with how well it's all turning up now. You know, it's all coming together. I'm just going to have a go now at the plastic welding. I've never done it before. Another question or thing that we've got to raise is whether or not the front mud guard hits that, you know, the tappet cover, because if not, we'll just have to try and improvise something else. But no, I'm going to go with that exhaust now. I was going to go for the underslung one, but to be honest, that looks a lot better. It looks a lot more like enduro-y, off-roady kind of style. So, right, let's go on with plastic welding. Ciao for now.